and I spotted at least 2 foreign echoes. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down.
I was chased by a gigantic falcon 2 nights ago. I thought it was further.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then Dr. Reed. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then Dr. Reed.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Support the equality between men and women!
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my...
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I just...
Don't let any strangers come into your house. Have you noticed anything suspicious recently? Remember, don't let any strangers come into your house.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Have faith! Fear no evil.
Better go home, sir. Trust the leech one!
Please, sir.
I'm sure Kaloon Russell has no interest in such a conventional menu. It's locked, all right. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. Good evening.
There's no need to
Have you heard anything recently?
He keeps investing time helping the poor and sick. Good.
Show me what you have to offer. Good evening, young man.
There's no...
Young man, do you require medical attention?
I don't like asking for help.
There's no
Thank you.
Goodbye.
You again?
Do you need medical help?
I may, but I have no...
I don't charge patients. My scam is much more subtle than that, Miss Baxter.
All right, then. Yeah, thank you, Doctor. But don't think I take you for an ally of the working class.
Do you have recent news of...
The place is all right, I suppose. The sad saint is still the same, except for that awful skin disease he recently got.
Are you what?
Chaos is rising, Dr. Reed.
You almost sound...
This world needs to die, Dr. Reed. And from the ashes, a new one will emerge, with more equity.
Do you need medical...
No. What a waste of life. I only managed to be hated by all the people I loved.
Glad to see you again.
Do you have recent news? Are you worried about the sound?
There are rumors of infected people turned mad by...
As long as you stay away from the streets, you should...
I hope you're right, Dr. Reed. We feel kind of left at...
Why do you and your sister Giselle have such opposing views, Lottie?
Giselle whines she lost her job due to her unionist activities, which started her drinking. Truth is, she got fired because she's...
Perhaps your sister's addiction to alcohol.
Perhaps you're right. But I'm tired of her playing the outraged and martyred social fighter. Well,
Don't you think she wants to get better?
I believe she knows her alcoholism is a worry to me. And that's another reason why she continues to drink.
And you don't share?
On the contrary, I totally believe that workers need to unite to fight. I just disagree with Giselle's hatred for all wealth.
What do you mean?
I don't believe that you were an automatic arsehole because you were born into a good family.
Do you need my medical attention?
I can keep going.
Of course you can, Miss Paxton. But I wouldn't recommend it. Please, take this.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. There are rumors of infected people.
As long as you...
I hope you're...
Goodbye, Miss...
Glad to see. My poor sister. What will happen to her now that I'm gone? Giselle, I'm so sorry.
Welcome back to my humble shelter, Dr. Reed. Are you here to subdue me again?
No, Sean. I just came by to see how you are.
I feel all right. Why'd you ask?
Are you still feeding on corpses?
No. It's almost as though the blood you forced me to drink has provided me eternal satisfaction.
How did you meet old Bridget?
When younger, I used to patrol the streets at night, searching for lost souls. This is how I met her. It took me 2 months just to get her name. Now we support each other.
Had you already visited their hideout in the sewers?
Just once, and very briefly. Most of them are very discreet, and they see me as an outsider, even if I protect them.
You really are a saint, Sean.
Oh, no, sir, I'm not. But I know evil, and I believe goodwill and tenacity can make this world a better place.
Would you let me listen to your check?
No, Dr. Reed. You already forced me to drink your blood, and I thank you for that, for I feel better now. But it was quite an unpleasant experience.
It would help me greatly if you would allow me to give you a physical examination.
I said no. I'm no subject of medical examination, and I intend only to obey and to kneel before God.
Have you seen Harriet Jones since taking...
No. She is with the sewer Scals now.
What happened?
I guess we recognized each other. As Scals, I mean. She had but one thought. To punish. To get revenge upon everything and everyone. I realized I had...
But why did she fake her own death? There was so much blood in her room. She attacked patients.
I just lost her for a minute that night. When I found her, she had caused mayhem across the hospital. I slapped some sense into her, and we fled, but...
What happened then?
We ran here through narrow streets and backyards. She kept saying that someone was talking to her in the dark, offering to avenge her.
How is the sanitary situation? And
There's a lot of sadness and pain in my flock. I believe we're not...
how are things in your shelter?
Even if we're all children of God, I've always maintained a strict frontier between...
What do you fear?
A few years ago, a Scal decided to pay a nocturnal visit to my sleeping customers. He got caught licking their necks in the dark. Since then, I have added a lock to the door.
What if food became scarce? Wouldn't the immortals in your flock be tempted to feed on the living?
The Scals can feed on the dead, Doctor. And until Judgment Day, mortals will continue...
Farewell, Sean. Take... It's locked, all right. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
I say. You.
Have you heard?
That bastard's become something of a holy man these days. And someone should remind him who really rules the docks.
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really, one of us got killed, so the killer had to die.
Don't you see it's an endless spiral? One day, it will be you who'll be stabbed, or shot, or worse.
That's what my sweet Edwina always says, that one day I'll get it too. But she says it with the most beautiful smile, my Edwina.
Are you worried about the conditions in London?
I've heard rumours about some sort of militia patrolling, killing the sick. The wet boot boys are overrun.
Goodbye. Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Can I offer...
Giving out for free? You'd make a poor.
Perhaps I would.
Thank you. But don't expect me to owe you anything.
Have you got any news?
As long as he keeps on helping the poor, I'll keep my boys at bay, even if he pisses them.
Are you worried about the sanitary...
The bodies are piling up, but I'm not afraid. I'm still alive, and I intend to stay that way.
Can I offer you my...
I'm...
Goodbye, Miss Cox. Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
Is it true Sean Hampton?
Yep. The sad saint grabbed my soggy ass and brought me back to the pier.
Your story is a...
Sean Hampton really acted like a saint that day. But I suppose I'm just another lost soul who doesn't deserve to...
Do you have any recent...
I still sleep over there from time to time. A sad saint still manages the place, even if he's a little bit more reclusive.
Are you worried about the
More contagion, more despair, more guns and more...
Goodbye. Good evening, Miss...
What?
Goodbye.
Welcome back,
Have you got...
It's still there, just like the turquoise.
Are you concerned about the sanitary...
It may surprise you, but I'm not. I've heard about the men-at-arms and the fights between gangs at night, but that's nothing new.
I wish I shared your optimism.
It's not optimism. Gangs have been fighting in this part of town since before I was born. This war will stop when enough blood has been spilled.
Do you need any help?
Can't be good.
Indeed. It would be a shame to taint the...
Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away.
What can...
That's not...
Who?
Sure.
How is...
Oh,
Your son... I... Why does...
It's part...
Do you think...
Of course.
Goodbye, Miss...
You still working at this hour?
Have you heard anything about...
I was told he caught a deadly disease but survived against all odds. Maybe he really is touched by...
Are you worried about the sanitary situation?
Of course I am. Everywhere's deserted, houses, streets all empty. People buying guns. We hear them go off every night.
Were you aware of Tom's...
That's the first thing he told me when he offered me the job. He didn't want me hearing about his past from anyone else.
Did it surprise you to find out about it?
Not really. I was already aware of his reputation before I met him. That's why I came to the Turtle in the...
Most people would have run away because of that.
Not me. I thought a man like him could give me stability, you know? At least to some...
Tell me, Sabrina, do you really believe Tom has renounced his life of crime?
He proves it to me every day he tells the truth. Tom Watts is a good man.
And you don't think he might fall back into his sordid ways?
We can all do terrible things, Dr. Reed. And we never know what we're really capable of until it's too late.
Do you require
Don't feel so good if you have to know. I knew that keeping the bar open with the epidemic wasn't a good idea.
Take this.
Tom always said we've got to keep the doors...
Goodbye.
Perhaps I should shut the turtle. Welcome.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Been to India. I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
It's locked.
inside the pub sometime.
This situation won't last forever. Oh. Peaceful, don't you think?
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Heard anything about...
I heard that Mr. Hampton has been very sick, but now...
Are you worried about...
I never really felt safe in this town anyway. Now's the first time that everyone seems to feel the same way as me.
Is anything worrying...
Gunshots. I hear them every night.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like
a real doctor?
I don't know what to say. In fact...
So long, Rufus. It's locked, all right.
Don't you think Miss Fishburne is nice to us? But I always have the feeling she's hiding something. For now, you're still the only real friend I have, Jack.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything recently?
I don't give a rat's arse about Hampton, his shelter, or any of the losers who sleep there.
Aren't you worried about the conditions here in London?
I've heard armed men have started patrolling the city, even killing the sick to stop the epidemic. Starting to like this city.
Do you require...
I'm fine.
Goodbye, Mr. Fish. Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
How come you consider it your only friend?
I found Jack when he was a baby, alone amongst dead rats. Poison, probably. He was the weakest, but he survived. Just like me with my parents.
Like you and your parents?
When I was 8, my parents died in a car accident. Rumour says I didn't get a scratch.
You don't remember the accident?
No. I was little back then. It's been a blurry mess and very quiet in my head ever since.
How have you survived? Did anybody take care of you?
I don't have any family left, really. Except for the good Mrs. Fishburne. She's like my family now.
Are you a... So you...
No.
You should...
Well, no.
Why do you...
I can't...
So long, Rufus. Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne.
Of course. Please don't stay too long, sir.
It's locked.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Do you have any news?
I just heard the sad saint keeps on helping the sick.
Aren't you worried about the condition?
Hate everywhere. The city will not sink because of this flu. It's the violence that will finish us all.
Mrs. Fishburne?
I am afraid I am, Doctor.
Then let me give you a
I thank you for your generosity, sir.
Goodbye.
What can I do for you? Should I have turned my Seymour in? Was my crime to love my son?
Some call this the bad part of town.
Good evening, Mr.
Yeah.
Why is your mother...
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
I understand your mother's situation. Obtaining justice at the price of betraying her own flesh. It's quite a dilemma.
It might be my mum's wish that I end up swinging from a hangman's noose. But she wouldn't want to be the one who ties a knot round my neck. You tricked me good, Doctor. Tell me, who will take the blame for your murders now that I'm dead?
It's locked. Evening, Rufus.
Evening.
Rufus, tell me what you really think about...
Seymour, he just scares me. A lot. Actually, he scares many people round here, even big fellows.
You mean his brutality is infamous, even in this shape?
Yes, sir. How someone like that can be related to...
Maybe she loves her son so much, she is blind to his misdeeds.
If so, she wouldn't hide her sadness, would she?
What do you mean?
It passes across her eyes sometimes, when she thinks she's alone. She hides it from everyone.
So long. Evening, Rufus.
Evening, So what they said about me was true. I really was Rufus the Curse, destined to suffer until I die.
Good evening.
Doc,
Have you heard any rumors?
the sad saint will always be a target for Vampyr.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation?
It seems the Guard of Priwen has declared war on Vampyr.
Really? I thought you'd be...
The Guard can be reckless. They rush into a fight.
Do you need my treating a vampire?
Thank you.
Goodbye. Informing London's inhabitants of the presence of vampires. What does that make me? A double or a triple agent? Done. Mr. Throgmorton should be happy. Good evening, Mr. Throg.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noted?
I put up your public service announcement.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You may not realize it, but...
Do you really think they could be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How it...
Do you need my medic?
I appreciate...
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you...
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable. Killed by a real vampire. How unexpected. Thank you, Dr. Reed. For in the end, you made me fulfill my destiny.
have me laughing.
I cannot enter.
It's a thing.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Perhaps Enid's son. I have this thirst for blood.
We'll crush this beast. Roll back to hell. No rest for the wicked. Lord, give us the power. Watch it. It's
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
better go home, sir. Sorry, sir. No admittance.
This place. Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory. My poor Mary. This is my watch. Damn grave robbers. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
Been a while since we've seen any new faces.
I'm gonna have to find out. You again. What do you want?
I know you believe monsters are real, Booth.
They are. I know, I saw one.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a few years ago. Clay Cox was still the boss then. He'd sent me to the shipyard to find out who was stealing tools and ropes at night.
Go on.
First, I thought it was an old lady with a limp. It looked frail and crooked. Then I saw it grab a bloody beam and lift it like it was a stick. I shouted. It looked straight at me.
Do you know what it was?
It was all eyes and long teeth, but I couldn't see its face. I shot at it when it moved towards me and I hit it. And then it jumped and vanished in the shadows.
You could have imagined all that. These docks can be so gloomy at night. With the fog and the wind and the boats creaking.
No, Doctor. That night I saw the fucking sewer dog for real. It's not a beast like the stories say. It's the ghost of an old woman. Bullets can't stop it. But no one believes me.
Are your friends mocking?
Even Edwina told me once to never speak about it, but I know what I saw. And it wasn't a human. Not human at all.
Goodbye.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts...
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Tell me your feelings about Booth's belief in monsters, Edward.
It makes him look weak in front of the boys. That's my feeling about it. But ghosts don't scare me.
You don't believe he really saw something, then?
I don't care what he saw or not. All I know is that a real man keeps his fears to himself if he wants to be obeyed.
I managed to reach the mass grave in Southwark. It was not pleasant.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed. All I want to know is what happened to those bastards who owed me money.
I'm afraid those bastards, as you call them, are in the mass grave.
Dead? Shit. That money would have been useful. Well, I'll tell my boys to avoid the place if it's that dangerous.
Yes. Everybody should avoid that place until further notice.
Okay then, Doctor. It looks like you deserve your reward after all. The Wet Boot boys thank you for your help.
Can I see?
As long as you... childish girl and her pretty principles. She's got no idea who she's dealing with.
This place looks like the picture I saw of the bomb site. Yes. The place has changed since the explosion, but it was definitely here. I should find some way to pay my respects. May all who suffered from this tragedy find or rest in peace.
The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's fault.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What?
I found the location of the explosion, Mr. Delaney. I placed a flower for you where it happened, just as you asked.
Really? That's so kind. I never thought someone would... Well, thank you, Doctor.
It's nothing, really. And I'm sorry for your loss.
What? No, I didn't know them. No car was supposed to park there that day. Stupid bastard, why did he park there?
You're the man who hid that bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
I want you to remember the...
No, I don't.
Why use a bomb?
The Dawson & Dawson ammunitions factory. A symbol of violence against the people. My group wanted to destroy it.
The victims. They were not...
I spent so much time figuring out the perfect moment. I used a short fuse. No car had ever parked there. They all died.
No, Dyson, they didn't all die. I met a boy who survived the explosion.
I never heard of an injured boy.
Not a scratch on him. I suspect he wasn't in the car when it exploded.
In the car? You mean...
Yes, Dyson. You killed his parents.
Why tell me this?
I don't know. Perhaps one day you'll talk to him and tell him the truth.
Who is that boy? How can I find him?
That's easy. Most of the time, he's in the same place. The place you never want to go back to. I sense your guilt, Dyson. Why is that? Did you not think violence was an acceptable political...
I still believe our fight was just. By killing an innocent couple who were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. No way.
That bomb also killed you that day, don't you see? You just die a slower death, drink by drink.
I know. Maybe I deserve judgment. Until that day, I'll just be Dyson the drunk, not Dyson the murderer.
Are you worried about the...
More... No one will ever know what I did. I'm gonna die with blood on my hands. No one will remember me.
Been a while since we've seen any new faces round here.
things under control, more or less.
Don't forget to keep an eye out.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
This is not a place for you, sir. Stop right now! Over there! Watch yourselves! Brothers!
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Hello, Jonathan. How are things on the
Complicated, my friend. The rich and powerful feel threatened by the disease and have asked me to put an end.
Yes. It is odd how resolving a crisis suddenly increases in urgency when it affects those who matter.
Does the Brotherhood of St. Paul know anything about the Ascalon Club?
Well, I'm afraid that's unlikely. Ascalon is a sensitive topic, and whatever material the Brotherhood has, I may not have access to.
Who could answer me then?
Usher Talltree, our current primate, may be the only one able to answer you. He's a discreet man who lives in the West End.
It looks like the epidemic is spreading to the western districts of London. I am trying to locate the source of the infection.
It won't be an easy task, my friend. This disease is highly contagious.
Do you not think epidemiology could be helpful in this matter? To retrace the origin of infection through time and topology?
If anyone can perform such a miracle, it will be you, Dr. Reed.
Since this epidemic is evidently linked to the vampire curse, we must find the original carrier to understand where it comes from.
I admire your logic, Jonathan, but be careful. Rationality, when it comes to your kind, is not always a reliable lens.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson, the famous tycoon, is well versed in vampire and occult knowledge?
No, I did not. But that is no surprise. For half a century, it has been quite the trend for English nobility to join secret societies and occult circles.
But Aloysius Dawson is only a rich merchant.
Yes, richer than Croesus. Wealth is more respected than title these days, even in England.
Did he contact the Brotherhood of St. Paul? Try to join your group?
It would not surprise me, but I am certain he's never been a member.
Thank you for your time.